Well, there goes Troy and Jason. Thanks so much for coming out on a nice ride today. And thank you, Island Riders, for joining up on this ride today. Don't worry, it's not over yet. We still got half a whole journey here for us. We're headed to the Glen. Of course, the Glen. Why not? A beautiful place. A great day to spend a nice hot summer. And we're joined by still a few friends here. We got Brad on the comms with us here with the nice, beautiful 2008 KLR 650. How you doing, Brad?
Not so bad. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah? We already had a bit of a hiccup on the bike today. We had to tighten the battery cable.
Yeah, the positive on the battery come loose.
Yeah. So there you go, Island Riders. There's your reminder, all you KLR 650 riders. Take a look and tighten up your battery cables. And we got Josh here coming up too. Josh is definitely a familiar friend of the Island Ride crew here. We're almost ready to head towards the Glen. We're going to meander our way there, up east, doing a little dirt roads, a little bit of asphalt. But overall, just spending a great day. And I'll get into why our bikes are all packed out in a second. And away we go. So it's been a pretty long day. We've been riding for like, I don't know, 3 hours I think so far, man. How's it been on your butt?
Oh, not so bad.
Yeah.
Got the Mad Dog seat cover.
Yeah, that's right. I put that on for the longer trips. I actually should have put it on when I was getting the bike ready. So again, Island Riders, we're all packed out because the idea for this day was supposed to be 2 huge crews, one from New Brunswick and one from PEI. We're going to meet up and head down to Martin Head for an overnight camp. But we got rained out, and the rain was going to be quite annoying. So I was talking to Hugo, who was lining up the New Brunswick side, and we decided to postpone it. So that trip is definitely coming. But today we figured we'd keep the bikes packed up and do a little bit of a test run. Get ourselves acclimated to the longer rides and make sure the gear was going to do what we wanted it to, that's for sure. See what's up here a little bit. I'm kind of deviated from the route a bit just to kind of see, because it looks like there might be something worth pushing on, but we'll have to, could be a dead end.
Bit of side wind there.
I know, eh? The wind is like terrible today. Figured it'd be a good day as long as we could stay out of the highway, but yeah, this is what we want, I think. I think that was the first time I've ever had to roll out the tool on the side of the tool barrel on the side of the road, man.
You gotta know what you have though, right?
Yeah, it's true. Like, I knew immediately I need like an extender for my small like 1/4-inch ratchet that I have on there, that's for sure.
Yeah, it helps to get in spots.
But like, the situation, for those, we didn't get it on film unfortunately, but the situation was like, I got over the comms with Brad and he's like, my tack is going all crazy, and we looked at it and it was floating all over the place. And I was like, okay, well, let's just keep an eye on it. Maybe we'll stop and take a look at it at the next rally point. And then sure enough, the bike just stopped.
Yeah.
And we got going and troubleshooting it. And we looked at the sprocket. First thing I looked at was that sprocket, just all those wires running into the engine case there. Like my biggest worry is that like that sprocket just chews those all up.
Exactly.
And then we checked the kickstand switch in case that rattled off and turned the bike off for some reason. And sure enough, I was like, it's probably battery. So we went and looked at the battery. There it was, loose cable.
Good call.
Oh, we got a truck coming up here. She gonna be dusty. Should probably throw the trail lights on through this.
That's one thing I need to get. I noticed I was out for a ride last night and it was getting dark and the stock headlights just don't do it.
I know, I use them primarily for visibility at this point. And like when I'm on my way home from like a late night at work, I throw them on.
Exactly, yeah.
And it just, you see everything in the ditches and everything else. So. I kick a rock at you.
No, I'm staying backlit.
Smart. Josh knows. I've thrown a few at him a couple times. I love doing this. This is like what I call my little red line to Surrey. And like, it's just a meander of like dirt roads like this. That's an option that's not the highway. When you come around that last turn, there's going to be rock and tree on the right side. I don't know if you heard me through the trees though.
Yeah, Roger, I heard.
Okay. So how long you been riding the KLR actually? I've never asked you that yet today.
I think I've owned the bike for about 8 years.
8 years.
I got a pretty smoking deal on it used. I think it was like $3,200.
Oh, nice.
It only had 10,000 kilometers on it.
Wow, you couldn't buy 2008 for $3,200 now, I don't think.
I don't think so.
Markup on the used market is quite large now for dual sport ADV machines in general.
People love them.
It's true, they're a good time. You know you're on an old road when you got this old wooden culvert stuff.
Yeah. Well, look at the stop sign too.
Oh, I didn't see it.
She's pretty worn out.
Still choppy on the entry here, but so did you actually end up packing for the trip this week?
I did. I was pretty well all packed up last weekend with excitement. and then I decided to unload it because I don't know, I just wanted to have a layout and see what I had, make sure I had everything.
Yeah, I was packing things on like Thursday night and talking to Hugo when we ultimately called it off. Then I sent him a picture of the bike fully packed up, and I'm like, it'll be ready.
Yeah.
What did you end up bringing? What were like?
Well, I usually pack pretty light. Like I have like a pocket rocket stove, a Stanley cook set that I cook things in, and generally I sleep in a hammock, but being that it was a beach, I was going to take a small single tent that's just like just enough to lay in.
Yeah, that's the tent is like the play down there, I think, because I tried finding some hammock spots the last time when me and Phil went up, and you can hike up into the woods, but you're like away from like the beachhead by like 200 meters or something. So road culvert there, right side's good.
Roger.
And sand up around these curves. Probably already spotted it though.
Yep. Whoa,
she's a little shaky.
Whoa,
yeah.
Yeah. Whoa, there we go. Nearly washed her.
Josh has got the Shinko 705s on his Honda there. Looks like he made out all right. Josh is pretty decent on the bike. He's got a DRZ 400 too that he takes on the ATV trails, so he's pretty savvy. So, Island Riders, one thing I mentioned last time we spoke was that if you ever send me a message on Instagram, I'll send you a route if you're ever coming to Prince Edward Island. And the route that I'll send you on is this red line to Surrey. It is a great time and a great way to get to the Glen, and a great way to get to East Point if you're looking to start off on a tip-to-tip ride. It is a bit of a meander, but check the description and I'll give you a little bit of a route for everything we did here today. Oh, she's dusty. I'm trying to stay on the hard pack for you, man. I apologize if I'm giving you a face full of it.
Oh no, that's fine. I'm trying to stay back so for visibility purposes.
Right here, left side. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Klondike Road is in my top 10 of roads on PEI. It says it's a dead end, but I don't believe it.